Regent Chabert.
Here.
Regent David.
Here.
Regent Ewing.
Here.
Regent Henning.
Here.
Regent Levy.
Here.
Regent Lipsy is absent. Regent Markle. Regent McDonald.
Here.
Regent Meyer.
Present.
Regent Perez is absent. Regent Pryor.
Here.
Regent Seal.
Here.
Regent Temple.
Here.
Regent Williams.
Here.
Regent Wyatt.
Here.
We have a quorum.
Thank you. Are there any requests for public comments?
No, sir.
Then we will move to the approval of the minutes of January. Do I have a motion to approve the minutes of January? Do we have a second?
Second.
Any opposition? Hearing none, that motion is approved. We now go to our committee reports. Regent Gesson.
I'm going to make a motion that Section Global.
Oh, I second that motion. I second that motion. That's a good one.
We had such a good,
So there's been a motion to take the committee reports up together. If anyone wishes to segregate one out and pull it out, we will do so.
I just have one question.
Yes, sir.
Is there any additional information as to why the letter of intent for Southern and Grambling were withdrawn from the agenda?
Is there any additional information? Oh, yes, sir. There's lots of additional information. They met with staff, met with the commission, met with me over the last several weeks. We've had numerous conversations and they thought it best at this time to withdraw their request, awaiting further research and discussions about their proposals.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, sir. We have a motion pending to take up all of the committee reports unless there is anyone that wishes to pull out any specific ones, we'll do that. If not, we have a second to that motion. Is there any opposition? If not, then we will deem all of the committee reports, some of which had some addendums to them. I think Regent Ewing had a motion that was attached to one of those meetings and asked for your approval, and that is done. Now, hearing that, is there any further requests concerning the committee reports? None. We will then move to the comments and recommendations from the Commissioner of Higher Education, Dr. Joe Rollo.
Thank you, Mr. Chair, and I'm going to make some brief comments, but before that I want to make an observation about the complexity of 619 and moving forward. It really brought to my mind, my attention during that quintessential holiday, Groundhog Day, because Punxsutawney Phil in Pennsylvania says 6 more weeks of winter. Phil C. Shadow here in Louisiana saw an early spring, and Chuck from my hometown in New York City agreed with Pierre. So what I'm calling the groundhog conundrum, as we move forward, we need to keep that in mind, how difficult it is oftentimes to reach resolutions. So having said that, we have been spending a lot of time getting ready for the legislative session. I've spoken twice to the Municipal Association, the mayors, and they have issued, or will issue, I believe they have, a proclamation in support of higher education. More importantly, a proclamation in support of getting a decision done in the early special session for the benefit of the students, so they have some idea of what's going to be happening. We have also spoken, Dr. Boutte and I have testified in front of the task force on TOPS, which, as you know, has basically sent 7 recommendations forward, not prioritized, not supported, but 7 recommendations forward. But we did have a very good event here in Washington. I'd like Regent Chabert to maybe summarize the COSP trip to Washington, D.C.
let me get right here with. Are you going to show the video first, or you? Why don't you go with the presentation, then I'll comment after. Thank you so much, Nikki and Brittany, for putting that together with Dr. Butte. For the second year in a row, I was able to travel with the student body presidents to Washington and spend a few days with them, going from congressman to senator's office, and just watching these young kids in motion. And it brings me a great pleasure, because I'm a product of Student Government Association. I wasn't president like y'all were, but I was very active. I had a guy, let me see, the guy who was my president, I don't know where he went in life, but I think he's a Supreme Court justice now, John Weimer. You know, so I tell these kids everywhere we go, look around at the SGA presidents, Jay Darden, Commissioner of Administration, the only one that really wanted to be worse than anything, and he lost one election in his life, was Steve Scalise. He lost as president, and that was the question we asked him, where's the other guy right now who beat you? You know, Steve's done well. My point being is, all these kids that participated in this got a heck of an education, but more than that, I think the senators, the representatives, the local legislators, the mayor, everyone they spoke to got an education from what I call our future leaders. And every time we met, I made it a point to say, this gentleman right here one day is going to be in the legislature, be president of the Senate. This lady right here will become president of, Nicholls State University. I wanted them to feel the things that, when I first went to Washington, I had Dan Bornay was there showing me around, and a guy named Blake Dardar, who's now works for Crosby Tubbs, a big company. But it just, the questions they asked, the people they talked to, and the manner they spoke to them, I was never so proud to be on this board or to be around those kids. And those, my friend, are the future leaders of this state. And as I told Adarian the first day he got on this board, I called him and said, listen, your voice is not only equal on this board, but probably more important than any of us, because he lives it, he sees it. The thing that I'm real proud of is how our board member, Darian Williams, handled his stuff in Washington, D.C. He asked the right questions at the right time to the right people. He made Regents proud. He made the student body presidents proud. And I'm very pleased to say thank you so much, Darian, for all your hard work. Thank you.
Hey, Marty,
That's it, Mr. Chair.
I was going to wait till the end, but since you brought it up, Adarian is a star. And last week, the National Association of Student Affairs Professionals awarded in South Carolina Adarian the Outstanding Undergraduate Student Award in the whole country. Adarian, you do your family proud, your friends proud, your school proud, this board proud, but most importantly, you do this whole state proud. Thank you so much for what you're doing.
Thank you.
Darian, after all that, you have to say something.
I just want to say, in reference to the video, it was awesome. The trip was, a great experience. It was a whole week of leadership development. So we were able to meet with so many different representatives and congressmen and, people that we really don't get to, I guess, meet on a daily basis. So it was a great meeting with them to discuss TOPS and college affordability and FAFSA and different things like that. And to sit in meetings with them and to actually sit and discuss those things were very personal to us. I would just say that I'm elated, and I'm glad that I do have a voice on the board, and I look forward to continuing to work with you all. I know my time is winding down, but I do continue to represent the students, and thank you for your gestures of congratulations. I appreciate it.
Thank you, sir.
Great video, guy.
Who played the music? Was that Regent McDonald playing the music in the background? Yesterday, we had a meeting at Pennington Biomedical Center, extremely well attended, and set up by the Board of Regents under our Executive Council. Several of the members attended. That would be Regent McDonald, Regent Collis Temple, Thomas Henning, and I. sat in, and they covered some really serious matters about campus security, campus safety. Campus security meant a different thing when we were there. It meant tickets. It meant small little infractions, but now campus safety involves things like sexual harassment, hazing, campus protests and free speech issues. And so we had some pretty fine presentations yesterday. The participation was high among campus law enforcement officials, campus advisors, campus Title IX people. And I just wanted to thank UMA and the rest of the staff for putting on an excellent program. You did us well, UMA. Thank you very much. Lastly, our next meeting, not second to last, there you have a pamphlet here from Next Horizon. I'm on that board, and it is a blueprint of what to look for in our K through 12 in the future. This discusses our seed corn, and we have to keep an eye always on our pipeline of students, and this does just that. Our next meeting is scheduled Wednesday, 21st. Please get on your calendars. We'll be sending you information about that meeting shortly. And now I will ask if there's any other business to come before the board. Hearing none, do I have a motion to adjourn? So moved. We are adjourned. Thank you.